basically, this is his chance to step up and show me why he should play in that position. He's only going to get one of these, I feel like. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like. That'd be terrific. So, it's a difficult one for us right now. With 6 games to go this season, we do currently occupy one of the top 4 spots. If we were to not get Champions League, I wouldn't be completely disheartened by it, considering my main aim this year was to get European football, show consistent progress, and I do believe that we're still going to do that, even though we do have quite a tough run in. The games we play today, I think, are going to matter the most, because we've got Norwich, then we've got Leeds and Southampton at home, followed up by Everton, I think, maybe away from home, I'm assuming it is. Although didn't we take a draw at Everton? No, it might be at home as well, actually. So a few home games there. That's really where we need to make our mark, because we've got Spurs and Man United in our last 2 matches. Spurs could be the really key one in there, as United, I think, are just that little bit better. So end of this season is going to be tense as balls can be. Spurs must have been like, oh, so that's what it feels like to be dunked on by a South Korean striker. In it, though. It's nice to see a change of pace, which is probably why they're interested in him. So, today we go away to Norwich City. We've had a weird time against Norwich over the past couple of seasons. Today, though, I just want to see a bit of consistency from us. Go play like we did against Leicester. A bit more free-flowing. But again, I am worried that Ivanov isn't going to be able to replicate the kind of striking situations that Kim can. So much so that my system wants us to go defensive for this game. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but it's just mad that he actually wants that. Is Farmer really fit again? Wow. I mean, he's not fully fit, but he's at least fit enough to play, which is surprising. I thought he'd be out longer. We did have a nice little international break that came at a good time. So, all in all, obviously I'm going to put Colombo in. The team's actually not that bad. Just puts Ivanov through the middle and Christensen out wide. This is Ivanov's chance to prove himself, I suppose. He's going to get a run of games, and he might be able to carry us into Europe for all we know. Booty will be on the bench this time. We need a backup, as will Luca Brace. So that's going to be our team. Bench, Booty, DePestra, Stas, O, Brace, Victor Conroy, and Gilnay. This needs to be a strong performance from us. We have to play better than we have lately. Although we actually gave Chelsea an alright game. We are still in quite a privileged position to have someone like Ivanov to be able to come in like that. A lot of teams wouldn't have a striker that's ready to go and has actually been playing matches regularly. Norwich also in terrible form too. Although they did win 2 games at the start of that. Let's go. Away at Norwich City. A win here is extremely important for our chances at Europe this season, quite simply. The next 2 games after this, very important too, but getting an away win here could really set us up with other teams surely going to have to play some tough games elsewhere. Chelsea and Tottenham are playing right now. I keep seeing XG chances and highlights, but we're not seeing any highlights, and I don't know why. We just went through the entire first half without a single highlight shown to me, yet we were having shots. Now, I know that not every shot is counted as an extended highlight shot, but surely one of them must have been, right? Right, second half. Maybe we'll see something in this half of football. That was really weird. I'm just noticing it because of the fact that the last game ended really abruptly without the end of the match, the standard end of the match thing that you get. Which is what you normally get when you're on key highlights, but we're not on key highlights, we're on extended highlights. Here we go. 50 minutes in, chance for a shot. Kang's ball in, and it's headed away, but Kang will get back onto it. We've not been very good so far in this game. Had no creative input as yet. And cleared away by Livramento and flicked away by Buendia, but should be picked up by Manny Farmer relatively easily. Can go on a little meandering run himself now, perhaps. Oh, what on earth was that? Hopefully he can just hang on to the... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, what a ball. And it's Wheel, Jason Wheel, and a great block at the end of it. Yeah, we just don't look creative up front, unfortunately. Can't even bring on a striker or change things up because we're lacking the option to do so, sadly. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of last season in places where we had nothing going forward. And I feel like Kim just gives us an outlet that we don't have otherwise. But we will see. Ilic has been our best player on the pitch, to give you an idea of how poor we've been. Because, you know if he... Oh, hello! Ivanov! Oh, that was offside anyway. Well, I mean, this has been a trash game. I want to see what it does at the end of this. Oh, please no. Oh, side netting for Norwich. It's looking like it's going to be 0-0 at Carrow Road. And frankly, I don't think either team deserved anything from this match. That was awful. Defensively fine, still. Didn't really concede many chances in the game, but just had nothing going forward. Yeah, Kim is a huge factor in this team. And I feel like without him in this team, Ivanov could do nothing by himself. Norwich probably, if any team deserved a point out of this, I guess we'll take the 0-0. But that is a bit worrying for me, how poor we look without a recognised, well, not even a recognised striker, even if is that, he's just not used to playing there, but that is a bad sign for what's to come. We just need a lucky result or something to perk ourselves up, but that was a very strange first game. Maybe it was extended, obviously it was, it's just such a bad game. Anyway, back in a minute for Everton, with some very important games off camera in there too. I'm sorry about the poor quality of this one. Right then guys, we're back, and oh my goodness, we needed this. We actually had 4 home games in a row, so we'd actually been playing a lot of away games. Kang bobbing all the way forward. At the last minute, he decides to knock it around the corner for Ivanov, and I was so happy when he did that, because I thought he was genuinely just going to shoot. We held on for quite a while, but unfortunately, in the 86th minute, Tammy Abraham up against Akinfenmewa, who'd just come on, loses his marker, and heads Leeds level. And at that point, I was just like, this is not happening for us. But then, Gilnay off the bench, knocks it over the top, Ivanov through, and he met my expectations. He scored a brace against Leeds here in order to get this victory. Leeds are no pushover to win 2-1 here, and I think we did deserve the win, just about. Leeds got a bit stronger right towards the end when they were pushing for it, but to go back in front there was huge. He also had a goal disallowed that was like borderline too. So Kang doing a great job, Ivanov excellent as well. Huge result. And then things got even huger for us. Terrible clearance from the Southampton goalkeeper. Kang does brilliantly here. Just hangs onto the ball. Eventually, it comes to Manny Farmer, who slams it home to give us a 1-0 victory at home to Southampton. Again, I feel like we were the better side on the night. Did a pretty solid job at just keeping them out. One of the issues this period, it's not been our defence for the most part. We haven't conceded that many chances. It's just a lack of being able to put them away. Ivanov kind of went missing in this one, similar to how he was against Norwich, and it relied on Manny Farmer's goal. Had another chance as well, where he actually could have made it 2 in the second half. So I made a tactical change in this one, because Southampton set up with the Christmas Tree of Doom type shape, and I figured there's no way we're going to be able to play through the middle with inverted wing backs in a system like this. So I just made Candela a normal wing back around about here, as you can see, and yeah, just went to playing down the wide areas, and that really did change the game in our favour. We needed to do it, and we got the result, which was enormous, particularly as other teams have been dropping points. Liverpool, I thought were going to drop points against Southampton against West Ham during this game, but they scored a 94th minute goal to see themselves grab a point. However, Spurs did lose to Leeds, and Everton lost to Leicester at the same time. So that leaves us in a very interesting position now. We are clear of Liverpool and Spurs by 3 points. Now, obviously, we play Everton today, which is getting a bit more tough, but you could see Everton have really struggled to win the games in hand that they'd sort of earned themselves, and now find themselves 7 points behind us, with only 1 game in hand now, thanks to losing at home to Leicester 2-0 as well, which puts us in a very, very good position right now, because I'm pretty certain if we were to beat Everton today, we would guarantee ourselves European football. We're 7 points above them right now. That would move us to 10 points clear. In fact, even a draw would do a very good shot at us getting European football next year, which is the key thing. So with Everton's form being bad, ours being pretty solid right now. We've only lost 1 in like our last 10, which is pretty damn good. We've already bettered our points tally from last season, and I think there's definitely room to grab a couple more, although it is going to be quite tough. But yeah, last 2 games were home games. Our next 2 games are home games. This is important for us to get on a little run right towards the end. Still without Kimmy, sadly, but Kang, 14 assists this season, is outrageous. What a god. As for our rivals, Liverpool host Southampton, Spurs go away to Norwich, so you kind of feel like they're probably both going to get wins. I would happily bite your hand off for 6th place in European football next year. It doesn't have to be Champions League. It would be lovely if we were to get 4th spot, but my aim was never 4th. Also, it looks very likely that City might miss out on the title this year, although they have pulled themselves back into it a little bit, sort of, and could get close to Chelsea, but it's looking like it's Man United's title. Changes to be made potentially. The back line is at least back and flourishing again, which is nice. Colombo or Stas, it's really just neither of them have particularly performed well. That's the one problem area of our team, is our central midfield at the moment. That's the one area that really does seem to struggle currently. But I think we're just going to go with what my assistant reckons for today. Defence is looking strong. That's what I want to see. The strikers, Ivanov does miss a fair few chances too, and that's the real problem. He missed another couple of chances in the game against Leeds. Obviously, one was disallowed, but he seems to require a lot more opportunities in order to score goals than Kim does, and that's the real problem. So that's going to be our bench. Brace, De Pestra, Colombo, Pombo, Famewo, Gilnay, and Kirosh. They played very, very well against us earlier this season, but you can see they've actually lost 4 in 5 now. And more importantly, no Timo Werner starting for Everton. That might be why they've started to struggle. Maybe he's injured. Although from what I can tell, he isn't. Although he is actually only on loan from Chelsea, which is insane. He's joining them permanently soon, apparently. It is interesting to me that they would choose to bench their top scorer. Wait, no. Yeah, there he is on the bench. I mean, they're currently 16th in the form standings. We're at home. We've won our last 2 home games. If we can make it 3 out of 3, it'd be huge. Winning this game would take so much pressure off of us as far as European qualification. It is unreal. It would kind of put us in a position where we can go into those final 2 games with the idea that, yeah, we could do really well and qualify for the Champions League. Or, either way, we're going to be in Europe. So this is why I think this one is arguably more important than the Spurs game. So hopefully we can just put in a solid performance, stay strong at the back. Look how bad we were at the back against Everton earlier this season. They had an XG of like 3. Been a terrible start for us as far as possession-wise, but Everton have had no shot. Oh, there's a shot for them. They've got a lot of the ball. Like an incredible amount of the ball. Even for us, it's bad to have this little possession in a game, and that's why I'm a bit concerned right now. But, you know, it's early days yet. We can certainly pull it back if we get the opportunity, but we are going to need to do something in this match at the moment. Holgate out wide. Farmer will go across. The longer we can hold out before we start to make some changes, the better. Ball whipped in, easily cleared. Right, here we go. Oh, okay, first time. Maybe don't do that first time. Macania going along as well, straight off the bat, and Ivanov's got it. Oh, he's got to look back inside here. He's not going to, is he? No. I just feel like Kim tries to cut back in there. Maybe gets a shot away himself or finds Kang, but at least we had a little breakaway there. A glimpse of something. Kang's ball. And cleared. And in fact, not only cleared, but it could be a breakaway for Everton here. Players surging back for us. Should be enough players back. And well done. I mean, actually, brilliant foul there from Manny Farmer. Had to be done. I have a horrible feeling this looks like one of those games where Ivanov is just not going to get a sniff. 72% possession. After 31 minutes. This is unacceptably shitty amounts of possession as Iwobi's throwing a great save from Macania. Right, we've got to do something. That is outrageous. We have to try and win a little bit of the ball back. There's playing on the counter-attack, and then there's this level of being dominated. We can't continue like that for the full 90 minutes. Hi, is this thing on? We've literally not turned up at all. A team that have lost 4 out of 5 games have come here, and they are completely destroying us as far as possession-wise. Not getting through us very much, but we're not offering anything ourselves. And I just wonder if the best approach, since we're not able to do... I've tried shortening the passing, lowering the tempo, working the ball into the box. We're not able to keep the ball at the moment. I kind of wonder if our best idea might actually be to steer into the skid and start playing those balls into space, because I just don't think we're going to get anything... We can't build anything up. They have such a tight grip on the ball in this game that we may just have to accept that we're not going to have it and try to play into a more counter-attacking approach. The one thing we do have on our side here is that it is still 0-0, and they created a little bit, but nothing... They had that one opportunity with Iwobi, which was well saved from Macania, but other than that, there wasn't a lot else. And we only need one little opportunity. The problem is usually it's because that opportunity would fall to Kim, and that's why we get those opportunities. My God, a highlight starts with us in their half. This is... never mind. Momentary thoughts of grandeur there. Kang slips it through. Ivanov! Oh, what a strike. He was offside anyway. Great hit. We've been involved in some shocking livecom games in the last couple. I'm so sorry. I was trying to pick them based on importance and stuff. Oh, go on, Kang. Slip it across. He can shoot himself. What a save that is. Kang does brilliantly there. I'm not going to try and push for the win, because a draw kind of does a lot of goodness anyway, because it stops Everton from getting points as Ivanov nearly gets in there. We've actually got better in the second half since I turned pass into space on. It's a rarity that would be the case, but I think it's just because we... Oh, please, no. Yes, Maham... Oh. Wow. I mean, there was so many options to head that ball to with a completely free header, and he just chooses that annoyingly. But it's a shame. Cleared away by Candela. Knocked back down again. Don't you dare let them get in behind us from here. Just get a tackle in. Good save from Macania, keeping it 0-0 here. I would happily take a 0-0 at home to Everton. The Norwich one's a bit more annoying, but it would just keep them at arm's length, which is the most important factor for me. Just staying as far away from them as possible. Come on, just see out 3 more minutes here. If we earn another draw in a game like this, then well done, lads. That's all I could say to that. If we were to get it. Still a long way to go here. Just maybe put a tackle in on him. Do not let them get that chance. This is what I was afraid of. Well done. No, Christensen. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, okay. There we go. Breakaway chance. Get that ball in behind Mahaby. Come on. We need runners. We need to just see a chance today. Christensen's done really well. He just needs to hold onto the ball and try and put a ball in. Colombo. Back for Candela. Oh, what a goal. Bolton 1, Everton 0. Juan Candela with an absolute thunder bastard into the top corner. And that could well have just given us Europa League football. We hung in there and we hung in there until that is an absolute rocket from Candela. What a strike that is. No goalkeeper in the world is keeping that out. Even if we somehow draw from here, I'd take it. Come on! What is it in the games against Everton this season that we've managed to pull out some miracles here? Candela, I've extended his loan, by the way, and I might well be vindicated in doing so, because that man may well have just put us into Europe for next year. Christensen's ball in, and it's cleared away. It's like 4-on-3 here. Oh no, look at this. They just completely break down. What is Iwobi doing, though? I get annoyed when my players do that at random. Like, I don't know how tired Iwobi is. He's obviously a bit tired because it's late in the game, but he just seemed to have no intent to go forward. And I find that extremely frustrating when my players randomly do it. I guess it's because it's late in the game, but you do sometimes see that, and it is a bit annoying. Bolton 1, Everton 0. One more clearance required, lads. One more. Blocked. And that's surely going to do it. Yes! Bolton 1, Everton 0. Horrendously against the run of play. Candella's goal must have had an XG of about 0.01, but he has pretty much just carried us into Europe for next year. I don't know what the other results in the league were. I wasn't even paying attention to them, if I'm honest. For me, Ivanov is just better on the right-hand side. What were the other results? Man United win. Liverpool drew. And Spurs won. Spurs won suggests a lot, but Liverpool drawing puts us 5 clear of them now with 2 games to go. A single point would be enough for us to guarantee 5th place. Spurs, I mean, basically we need to beat Spurs. That's the thing. Final day of the season is Spurs, but we've just wrapped up Europe for next season. I'm certain of that, because now even with a win, Everton would still be 7 points behind us. Come on! Technically, it hasn't counted us as qualified for Europe yet. I'm trying to figure out why that is. I can't see any way that we can finish behind Everton. So the cup final is Man City-Tottenham. I'm glad it's Tottenham, though, and not Liverpool. Because if that was Liverpool, that would be a real problem. Because then we could finish ahead of Liverpool and still not get into Europe. But Spurs, it feels like we'd probably finish behind them anyway, potentially. Where it's Liverpool, the main ones, I think we've got a better chance of finishing in front of. So I'm actually okay with that. But it could still screw us. Wow. We have actually been pretty good lately. Like, we've lost one game, which was away at Chelsea. And that was our last defeat since away at Liverpool. Like, our run has been pretty solid in there. A few little home wins in there. I think what it was as well, we had a lot of away games building up, and it meant that maybe we sort of dropped away a little bit, but now we've actually had some home games coming up. We've managed to win 3 in a row at home, and it's made a massive difference. So, next episode, finishing things off, Manchester United at home, the champions-elect potentially at this point, and then we go to Spurs in our final day game of the season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium that could decide everything about who gets into what for next year. Oh, I might, since we've only got 2 games in that episode, I might talk to you a little bit about how I found obscure regens as well. If you want to see that, do let me know. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, what a moment for Candela. Drop a like on the video, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the decider of everything. We could get Champions League, or we could get nothing, technically, because of the FA Cup final. I think it's unlikely, but you just never know. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.